was discovering some other things that were not there gradually. Hmm. There was one. So there was a car parked like in our compound, and I was the one keeping the key of that car. Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I am back today with another story time. A very sad story time. A story of how I got robbed. Okay. So about, if I can tell you guys the time frame at the end of the video, so just make sure to watch through. So I was staying at Corbison, and one day I woke up, I prepared myself, and I actually had an appointment, and so I was running late. So I was hurrying to leave the house. I beg people should not come for me that because all these story times is always about my carelessness, about how stuff always happens to me because of carelessness. But I am working on it. So I am trying to be better. Okay, so this is what happened. I was in a rush, like I was already late for the appointment that I had, and so I was hurrying out to get ready and leave the house. So I did what I had to do. I hurried, I left the house, and then I went for the appointment. And then I came back home later in the evening. Throughout the time that I was where I was, I did not realize that I did not have my keys as the keys to my place. I did not realize that I did not have my keys. In fact, nothing would have actually caused me to check if I had my keys. Not have my keys. I did not realize I did not have my keys. And then when I was coming back to the house in the evening, you know that kind of thing that okay, you're walking to the house now, and then you just open your bag, you're trying to look for your keys, I was not seeing my keys. Okay, so I removed everything from my bag. I was not seeing my keys, and then now I got to my door, and behold, my keys were hanging on my door. That is from morning that I left the house till about evening, like 7 p.m. that I got back home. My keys had been hanging on my door. When I saw the keys there, like I was really scared. I was like, my God, how could I do this? How could I leave my keys? How did I not even realize it? And then, like, where I stay, the city that I was living at, it was, you know, that kind of thing that any man for himself, go for it. Or that is, you enter your door, you have entered. You lock your door. The next day you go out, you have gone out. I mean, kind of, you know, you don't even get to even see your neighbors, so you don't really even know your neighbors and stuff like that. So, as in, maybe I don't even know if any of them actually saw the key hanging on the door and they could lock my door for me and take the key, or in fact, nothing of such. So I came back and I was really scared. I opened the door and everything in the house was intact, like nothing was stolen, everything was okay. So now, the next day now I had to go to school. So I made sure, like I was really cautious. I made sure that I locked the door and I took my key along with me to school. I made sure that I did not forget my key again. So I did that, and then I went to school, and then I came back. I came back in the evening. I came back to the house in the evening, and behold, when I put the key inside to open the door was already open. And then the door was already open. I was scared. I opened the door. I switched on the lights, and my TV was not there. It's as if I was not seeing well. I mean, you know that kind of thing that you want to check that way, was the TV actually there? Or like, did I actually have a TV, or is it really that the TV was there and the TV is no longer there? I opened the door, my TV was no longer there. Okay. I went straight to the room. I entered the room. My laptop was normally on my table, my reading table. My laptop was not there. And then my bag, because that day when that day that I went to school, I did not need my laptop in school, so I left in the house. I just left it on my table, and then like my backpack was just on the chair. So the person carefully took the laptop, put it in my bag, and then went away with my bag. And then um like so I did not see the TV, I did not see, my laptop was not there. I went to the kitchen to check if everything was intact. There was nothing taken from the kitchen. The kitchen was intact. I went back to the room. I was scared. I started thinking like, what could have possibly happened? How did all of this happen? Like, I thought, and then I remembered that the previous day I had forgotten my keys on my door, and even though I came back and met the keys still hanging on the door, it means that so many things transpired. So you know that kind of thing that the thief gives you the idea that everything is okay, so you should not panic. So maybe because it not crossed my mind to like maybe change the door, the lock on the door, and stuff like that. Like it not occurs. I did not think like that because I entered the house and everything was okay. So the person gave me the idea like, okay, no, there's nothing to worry about. And so when I left the house, I made sure that I locked my door. I knew that there was nothing wrong. So the most probable thing that had probably transpired was the fact that the person had all his time to go and duplicate the key, or I don't know how he did it, and then came back and kept the key on the door so that I could not even think that there was anything. And then now the following day when I left the house, the person came quietly, opened the door, took what he could take, and left. And the point was how he left unnoticed. And the thing is that, like I was saying, like in that city, everybody just like you are in your own space. Is no, in fact, you don't have any, nobody's business. There's nothing. In fact, nobody's in your business. So probably everybody was in their house. Nobody saw anything happen, or it was it was a very sad day. It was a very sad couple of days. That is, and then now like I was discovering some other things that were not there gradually. Hmm. There was one. So there was a car parked like in our compound, and I was the one keeping the key of that car. So the person took the keys of the car. Like that was the one that my goodness. Like I was keeping the keys of the car, and then like the keys, I think the keys were on my table or on the chair or something. So I also realized that the keys of the car were not there. And then now subsequently, like I think the next day now when I was getting up to prepare, I realized that my rubbing oil was not there. I was checking like what was this person stealing? Like I did not understand. Like why were you taking my rubbing oil? What were you taking my rubbing oil for? Like my rubbing oil was not there. And then after I realized I had some this long wish toothpaste that I just had some of them that were still new. I was not using it. I realized that it was not there. I realized that hand cream was not there. And I was like, what are you stealing? Like, what are you taking? And then I realized that some pair of some of my white sandals like that. I'll look for a picture. I had worn those sandals just once, one time or twice. If I'm not making a mistake. Like I really love those sandals. The sandals were not there. So in my head, I was like, which kind of thief is this? Like people were telling me that okay, like a thief normally when that comes to steal, the person gets to steal a gas bottle. Like the gas bottle was there. So I was like I didn't even know. Like that night I was so scared. Like the night that I entered the house and I discovered that things were gone, I was so scared. I was unable to even sleep. I mean, like, I was scared. You know that kind of thing that you're just scared to sleep in the house because you know that somebody has your key. Because if the person was supposed to enter the house without it looking like a robbery, it means that the person entered, like, majestically. So sleeping, like, that night even to sleep, I was like, my God, like, somebody has my key. So if I sleep now and then somebody comes and opens the door and I'm in the house, and then the worst part of it is that police na scam. I mean, like the next day now, I called my parents. I explained the story to them. Like it was so difficult. I didn't even know how I was going to tell them about everything that happened. But I didn't have a choice. I had to tell them. The worst part of it was the key. So the person was really thinking that the person will come and take the car. The person will come and steal the car. I don't understand. Anyways, so the next day I wrote this plea or whatever. I went and gave I went and deposited at the police station, and they were like, oh, to discover, they asked me a couple of questions, asked me about my neighbors and stuff like that. And then now they were like, okay, probably I don't know, like if the goal was they were supposed to do something about it, like, but at the end of the day nothing was done. At the end of the day, nothing. They did not do anything. Like everything just happened the way it happened, and time was going on. I was trying to try to trace some stuff, because like, okay, my neighbor, I explained, because now that night when I discovered it, I went and knocked on my neighbor's door, and I explained to him that that is what happened. And like, did he see anything happen? Did he see anybody move out, move in, anything? He was like, no, that he was just in the house, so he could not possibly know anything that happened. He did not see anything happen. So he was telling me that like I should check, because there are some these people that always steal people's stuff, and then now like they go and post it on these pages for sale. So like I should look out, I should check, I should do some kind of stuff. So there was just a whole lot of things that happened. We started doing research, and then now there was this guy. I don't know how we actually got to land on that, but there was this guy now that had come to that city. I think it was like the previous day or something, and then he had taken pictures. Okay, because there were, okay, like there was me, there was a neighbor by me, there was a neighbor across me, and then there was a door like this way that there was nobody in the house. So the house was empty. The people that were staying in that house had moved out. So the house was empty. So apparently that guy had come and then taken pictures of like our corridor, like the stairs, taking pictures of that house that was empty, taking pictures inside the house and all of that. And so we got now to the landlord that, okay, are you aware of somebody coming to snap like the available house, the house that was available? And the landlord was like, he had no idea. So now we're trying now to trace that guy, like maybe he has something to do with it, because how will you come to somebody's house and then now snap pictures and the person is now aware? Like, how did you get the key of the place? Or like there was a lot. I mean, like there was a lot that went in after, like a lot of things that happened after this robbery, and the end of the day we did not actually get to the bottom of it. At the end of the day, we did not know, we did not find out who did what. Like that was the end. That was the end of it. Like all those things that were stolen, that was it. Like for the car keys that were stolen, we had to, I don't know, like it was not duplicate because we did not have the other one, but we made another key for the car, changed the key of the car and stuff like that, and then had applied for like lost documents, or I don't know if is it something that, I think lost documents for a car, because since the person had taken the keys and the documents of the car. So it was really dangerous. Like, sincerely, like if you have anything to do, if you're leaving the house, always remember, even when you lock the door, right, and you remove the key, try the door, make sure that the door is locked, because make sure that you're leaving the house and then you have actually taken your keys, because it's true, things like this happen, but if you're extra careful, you might avoid stuff like this. Like from that day now, it was not easy. It was not easy. Like everything that happened, I was just scared to even stay in the house, because I was sleeping in the house alone. Like it's not like I was having any roommate or anything. Like I was in the house alone, so it was really. So in fact, my advice is just that be really cautious, be really careful. don't be careless. This thing happened like approximately 2 years ago when I was still staying at Korbison in Yaoundé. I was staying at Korbison in Yaoundé. Yeah, it happened like approximately, if it's not up to 2 years, like a year and a couple of months. And well, anyway, so I just came out here to share you guys this story and for you to actually pick out the lesson. Yes, the aim is for you to pick out the lesson. Like, be very careful, especially if you're staying alone. Be very careful. The keys to your house, if I whatever thing that you're doing, be extremely careful because things like this happen every day. And with our system, you hardly ever get to the bottom of it. I don't know, like, tell me if you have heard somebody's story or like something like this has happened to the person and the person has actually reported the case to the police and they have actually caught the thief or they have done, because I don't know, it's like things just always happen like this and then nothing is done about it. Like, that's just what happens. That's just the end of it. Like, there's nothing that you can do. Your stuff has gone and that's it. You just move on. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like more of these kind of stories, please do well to subscribe, like, and share this story with somebody that is going to, in fact, someone that it can help. Yeah, so thank you guys so much, and